Hello and welcome to Book Club on the Go, the podcast where we explore one book at a time. Today we'll dive into one of the greatest novels of the 20th century, The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. Published in 1926, this novel captures the spirit of the lost generation of expatriates who lived in Paris and traveled to Spain in the years following World War I. The book follows the story of Jake Barnes, an American journalist who has been injured in the war and is now impotent, and his relationships with friends, including the wealthy and charismatic Brett Ashley. At its core, The Sun Also Rises is a novel about the disillusionment and existential crisis many young people experienced in the aftermath of the Great War. Through its vivid portrayal of the characters' experiences in Paris and Spain, the novel offers a powerful commentary on the human condition, exploring themes of love, friendship, masculinity, and the search for meaning and purpose in a world devoid of both. One of the most striking features of the novel is Hemingway's spare and direct writing style, which eschews traditional narrative techniques in favor of a more understated and emotionally restrained approach. Using dialogue, imagery, and symbolism, Hemingway creates a powerful sense of atmosphere and mood, capturing the spirit of a generation in transition and offering a profound critique of the values and assumptions underpinning their world. In addition to exploring the post-war disillusionment of the lost generation, this novel also deals with themes of masculinity and gender roles. Jake Barnes' impotence and his unrequited love for Brett Ashley, who cannot fully commit to her relationships, highlight the struggle to find meaningful and fulfilling relationships in a world shattered by war and societal changes. The novel also portrays the characters' experiences in Spain, particularly the bullfighting culture, as a metaphor for life's struggle for meaning and purpose. The characters' fascination with the spectacle of bullfighting, and their attempts to understand its meaning, reflect their search for something meaningful and fulfilling in their lives. Moreover, the novel also examines the idea of belonging and alienation. The American expatriates in Paris and Spain are outsiders in a foreign land, and their sense of dislocation and disorientation is palpable. The novel portrays the tension between the desire to belong, the feeling of being an outsider, and the difficulties of reconciling these conflicting impulses. Another notable aspect of this novel is the use of the iceberg theory or theory of omission. This theory posits that a writer should omit specific details and let the reader conclude the characters and their motivations. Hemingway's spare prose style, understatement, and implication reflect this theory, forcing the reader to read between the lines and piece together the characters' experiences and emotions. The novel also features a rich cast of characters with unique personalities and quirks. Brett Ashley, in particular, stands out as one of Hemingway's most complex and nuanced female characters. Her struggles with alcoholism and her inability to commit to any of her relationships challenge traditional gender roles and expectations, highlighting the complexities of human desire and the limitations imposed by society. Furthermore, this novel is often praised for its vivid portrayal of the landscapes and cultures of Paris and Spain. Hemingway's descriptions of the bullfights and the Spanish countryside are particularly striking, capturing the beauty and brutality of these experiences in a way that transports the reader to these exotic locales. Another critical theme in this novel is the idea of the lost generation, a term coined by Gertrude Stein to describe the disillusioned and directionless young people who came of age during and after World War I. The novel portrays the characters' sense of alienation, detachment from society, and their search for meaning and purpose in a world devoid of both. The novel's structure further emphasizes this sense of dislocation, characterized by a lack of plot and a fragmented narrative. Instead, the book comprises a series of vignettes and episodes, each exploring a different aspect of the characters' experiences and emotions. This fragmented structure reflects the characters' sense of disorientation and their struggle to make sense of their lives. Furthermore, it can be read as a critique of traditional masculinity and gender roles. For example, Jake Barnes, the novel's protagonist, is impotent due to a war injury, challenging conventional notions of male masculinity and power. On the other hand, Brett Ashley is sexually liberated and unapologetic about her desire, challenging traditional notions of female purity and innocence. The novel also features other male characters who struggle with their masculinity and a sense of purpose, reflecting the broader cultural shifts that were taking place in the aftermath of World War I. In addition to these themes, this novel is noted for exploring the human condition, particularly love, loss, and mortality. Hemingway's spare and direct prose captures the characters' emotions with a rawness and honesty that is both poignant and powerful. Overall, The Sun Also Rises is a literary masterpiece that resonates with readers today. Its exploration of the lost generation, its critique of traditional masculinity and gender roles, and its profound commentary on the human condition make it a timeless classic that is still relevant and vital in the 21st century. We hope you enjoyed our discussion. Remember, this podcast is all about exploring one book at a time. If you want to dive deeper and better understand the book, we recommend picking up a copy and reading it yourself. Don't forget to subscribe and review our podcast to help us reach more book lovers like you. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until next time, stay curious.